Many people think that gymnastics isn't a sport because it doesn't have a clear winner. But did you know that 84% of people in the Denver area think that gymnastics isn't a sport, and only 17% of people think it is? My name's Avery, and gymnastics is my life. I think that gymnastics is a sport because we practice, we compete, and we win as a team. I'm on the gymnastics team for the Flyers. We compete to about 4 to 5 teams a meet, and meets are about 6 hours long. And it's a little bit harder than other sports, like football. Like, think about this. Can you do back handspring? Yeah, well, I can. And I practice it just about every day. Most people think that football is the best sport, or it's harder than anyone else's sport. But all they do is throw a ball and run. In gymnastics, we have to do flips, memorize our routines, and stick the landing. A lot of people say, what sports do you do? I simply say gymnastics. Then they usually laugh and remind me that gymnastics isn't a sport. We compete about 4 to 5 teams meet, and they're all around the state of Colorado. Most of the meets are local, but we have one away meet. Just a quick thought, we compete against that many teams in one meet. That's about how many teams you might compete in your whole football season. Most people then say, but we practice before we compete. We practice before we compete against other teams. Well, so do we. We practice about, well, so do we. Before a meet, we practice for about an hour. That's 20 minutes per event. But we don't get that much time to practice because we have to share that among 130 kids. That's a lot. Lastly, we compete around the state of Colorado. And then for nationals, we can go out of state. But in each meet, no matter where we are, the kids from different gyms from around the state of Colorado. Once I went to Silverthorne, and then I went to Loveland. It was so much fun. We practice. We have practice at least twice a week on Tuesday and on Thursday. Then we can do privates and open gyms. But on those Tuesdays and Thursdays, we practice as much as possible to get our skills the best we can. But the coaches are expected to do a lot. We're expected the same. We have to try. If we don't try, then we won't get better. So all the girls on the team are expected the same as one another. As most people do in sports, they practice what they need to work on. And that's exactly what we do. If we all take a cartwheel on beam, or if most of the girls get our pivot on floor, we practice. Like, we'll practice cartwheels on beams, and we'll practice weird pivot on floor. We practice for about 5 hours a week. My friend Liliana practices 24 hours a week. That's a lot. All you need is a little passion and hard work, and you'll realize that it's actually pretty fun. We win as a team. We win ribbons and trophies for the bigger meets. Then we put the trophies in a trophy case. But we win, for the little meets, we win ribbons that we get to keep. We compete as a team and as one. Basically, that means I go to a gymnastics meet supporting my team, but I compete and do all my routines by myself. We can get first place all the way down to 6th place. I win every ribbon except first, but any team can win, no matter what. They base you on your score, and you're kept in a division based on the girls at your height and the girls at your age. I thought very much about how gymnastics could be a sport and how it couldn't, but I don't understand what they mean by gymnastics isn't a sport. I have thought much about what they say, and it just doesn't make sense to me. They just don't believe. I think that gymnastics is a sport for many different reasons, but other people just don't see how it is. Some people just sit around and think it's not, don't believe in all the reasons why it is, but no matter what they say, no one will ever change their mind about whether it is or isn't.